quick overview for those of you who haven't come across the African Angel Academy. Why did we start it? Because we really saw this gap in the ecosystem. The gap was really, how do we start a platform that allows the angels doing deals in Africa to share best practice, their experience, and their knowledge? It was done 6 years ago now, when it was very much in an ecosystem where there wasn't a lot of kind of knowledge and kind of sharing of information across the continent, and most of the online content and tools were very much US based. And so really, how do we build this community of angel investors, encourage people to form angel groups, join ABA and do deals, and really be kind of a fantastic force and lever to allow African startups to grow and thrive. And so we have, as I said, run 13 cohorts. We're about to do our 14th cohort. We've trained over 800 angels from across 30 African countries, 12 cohorts. We're about to conclude 13. We've done support for 26 angel groups, multipliers of, in terms of guest speakers, masterclasses. We've created some fantastic resources, and we have seen a number of deals kind of curated and analyzed across our alumni. And hopefully we're going to raise some more funding to do a detailed alumni survey soon, so we can continue to track the work that our alumni have done. But please also feel free to just drop us a note and tell us what your investment activity has been, so we can keep tracking the impact that we've had on the ecosystem. Okay. For those of you who I haven't met before, my name is Alex Fraser. I'm one of the co-founders of the African Angel Academy, and represent one of the, I suppose, consortium members, Viridian. We are based in South Africa and are, but work across the continent with entrepreneurs, ecosystem partners, and as well as on programs such as the African Angel Academy. And then most importantly, we also have the Investia team here. We have Fiona, Jacinta, Stephen Gigu, and many more who are based out of Nairobi, Kenya, and who run the day-to-day operations of the African Angel Academy, but also do a lot of other work within building the startup ecosystem across the continent, to program design and implementation, fund management and advisory, and then also manage the African Business Angel Network. So lots of experience as well. The question we ask is, do these startup showcases work? And the answer is yes, they do. We have facilitated a number of introductions between angel investors and startups through the African Angel Academy showcases. These are just a small selection of businesses that we've profiled from across the continent. We need to actually update this list, as we've got a few more. Unfortunately, we can't provide exact details of exactly how much the angels invested into these businesses, as that has been asked to be kept confidential. But we know that this does work, and we are really happy to facilitate these introductions. However, just before we start, we must have a quick disclaimer. While we're facilitating these introductions, and a number of the angels have also recommended the businesses in today's call, we have not done extensive due diligence on the businesses. But if you've gone through the African Angel Academy, you'll know how to put this into practice, and also speak to other investors who are interested to kind of share the load in terms of due diligence. But hopefully these spark some interest and allow you to do a lot more investigation on your own time. So without further ado, I'm going to begin the startup showcase. First up, we've got Kelvin Dol. Kelvin Dol is from GrowFunder. It is a a business which provides financing to smallholder farmers, and they are raising a combination of debt and equity. So $20,000 in catalytic debt and 50,000 in equity. And I'm going to hand over to Jess to play Kevin's pitch video.
Let me know if you can hear the sound as well.
Hi there. My name is Kelvin Dol, and I am the co-founder and CEO of GrowFunder, where we help smallholder farmers to grow more and earn more. Before I tell you how, I want you to meet Nick. Nick is a smallholder farmer we've been working with over the last 6 to 7 months. And when we first met Nick, over 1/3 of his farm was completely uncultivated. Not because he lacked the experience. He has been farming for over 8 years. Nick is struggling because he has been locked out of the financing he desperately needs to grow, simply because he doesn't have access to collateral, and he doesn't have access to a formal credit history. Interestingly enough, Nick is not alone. Out of 7.5 million smallholder farmers in Kenya today, over 70% cannot access financing, limiting the ability to increase production, boost their incomes for themselves and their families, and trapping them in an endless cycle of poverty. At GrowFunder, we are solving this through a peer-to-peer lending platform that allows ordinary citizens of the world like me and like you to invest directly in smallholder farmers like Nick and earn returns of up to 12% per annum. These investments for the farmers unlock access to inputs on credit, input loans embedded with crop insurance, agronomic support during the growth phase, and access to markets after they harvest. What has GrowFunder achieved so far? Well, we have launched a pilot in Homa Bay County, or Yugistown to be specific, where over the last 5 to 6 months, we have issued over 110 farmer loans and achieved a 98% repayment rate to date. We have also signed partnership agreements with 2 farmer cooperatives, giving GrowFunder access to over 3,800 vetted farmers ready and willing to on-take GrowFunder loans today. We have also issued our Tech MVP, our loan management system that enables GrowFunder to automate the disbursement, monitoring, and collection of loans. We are currently running that through our farmer cooperatives. And lastly, we are in the final stages of finalizing a partnership that will enable GrowFunder to operate and start scaling while being compliant with the lending regulations of the Central Bank of Kenya, which is very, very important. Now, how do we make money? Our main source of revenue is interest. GrowFunder charges 4% interest on all loans issued to farmers, and the loans issued to farmers have a maximum loan tenure of 4 months, giving us a revenue of around 16% per 4-month cycle. So, how big is the market GrowFunder is solving for? Agri-finance is huge, but GrowFunder is focusing on Homa Bay County specifically, which has 200,000 registered smallholder farmers, giving us an obtainable market of around $35 million per annum, obtainable over the next 3 to 5 years. How do we acquire customers? Very, very simple. We form and sign partnerships with existing registered, structured, and active farmer cooperatives in rural Kenya. This enables us to onboard borrowers at a really, really low cost because, again, converting one farmer cooperative gives you access to over 1,500 to 1,800 farmers instantly, but also allows us to leverage the existing cooperative infrastructure to be able to issue, monitor, and collect the loans. Now, you know what you're solving for. You know who we are solving it for. The team you see on your screen is the team that's going to get it done. I personally have a background in finance, supply chain management, and operations, making me well placed to carry out financial modeling, building our lending logic, and helping with partnerships and also with operations. My co-founder, apart from being an amazing farmer herself, has a background in computer science and experience in machine learning and business process automation. She is currently building our alternative credit scoring system that will allow us to credit score, onboard, and push repayment from the farmers we are working with. The rest of our team are technical advisors that have helped GrowFunder get from point zero to where we are today, and are going to help us get from where we are today to where we want to be in 12 months from now. Speaking of, what do we want to achieve in the next 12 months? We want to issue out 1,500 loans to smallholder farmers in rural Kenya, and we want to achieve a gross return on investment of 48% on all capital deployed. Which brings us to our ask. How do we get to where we want to get? We are asking for a $20,000 debt investment. These will be used as lending capital to be able to reach the 1,500 farmers over the next 12 months. Secondly, we are looking for a $50,000 equity investment that will be used to run operations, but also to iterate or build the second version of our lending management system, our loan management system, based on the feedback we have gotten over the last 4 to 5 months. Yes. And with that, I thank you for your time, and the floor is yours. Looking forward to working with you. Thank you.
Thanks, Kelvin. Your pitch was a little bit longer than 3 minutes. I'm going to keep the questions really short. And I don't know if anyone else has got burning questions, but my question for you, Kelvin, is why now? Why you? Lots of people have tried to solve this problem. What makes GrowFunder unique?
Thank you very much for that question, Alexandra. I think why GrowFunder will make it where many have failed is simply because we have changed how we approach it. So everybody trying to solve this problem approached it from a traditional lending model where they focused, while onboarding farmers, they would focus on financial data points, and credit scoring the farmer. All they look at is financial data points, which automatically disqualifies farmers from borrowing. We are calling it social capital or peer accountability. How willing is your neighbor to guarantee your loan and pay back your loan if you default, right? And also lending in communities. So by lending through farmer cooperatives like we do, we're able to leverage that. We're able to leverage the peer accountability that exists.
Okay, awesome. I'm going to stop you there just in the interest of time and to be fair to everyone. Anyone else got a burning question for Kelvin? Yes. Chukwemeka?
Yes, thank you, Kelvin. So just can you tell us a little bit about the risks? Because obviously other financial institutions shy away, perhaps they perceive the risks. What are the risks and how are you mitigating, managing those risks to lending to the farmers?
Thanks.
So there are three types of risks. There is production risk, which means something happens to the crop during the planting season and they are unable to harvest. There's also the side selling risk. Remember, we provide markets after they harvest, we provide markets for them to sell. So a farmer can easily side sell to somebody else and not pay you back. The last one is, or how we mitigate that risk, is lending through trusted institutions, trusted community institutions in the rural countryside, also known as farmer cooperatives. These farmer cooperatives are able to hold their farmers as customers. So when a farmer borrows a loan, they have to get
Kelvin,
at least 5 guarantors who are close neighbors and close family members to guarantee the loans.
Okay, thanks, Kelvin. Sorry, it's short and sweet now, but as you can see, Kelvin is passionate about GrowFunder.
Oh, okay.
Join him in the breakout room. We've got to move on to Emmanuel. Sorry about that. I just had to be quick there. Okay, so next entrepreneur who we get to meet is Emmanuel from SendMe. Emmanuel is based in Sierra Leone, for those of you in West Africa, and has developed a AI and business intelligence platform specifically for SMEs to help them better manage their business and access their data. He is raising $100,000 in equity funding and has already secured 40,000 of the ask. Emmanuel, over to you, and well, rather, Jess, over to you to play Emmanuel's video. And while Jess is bringing up the video, I'm just going to also remind you, if you've got a burning question for Emmanuel, please feel free to pop your hand up and ask it ahead of me if you want.
My name is Emmanuel, and I'm the founder of SendMe. SendMe offers AI for SMEs in emerging markets. Now, most of the businesses in Africa, 95% of registered businesses are SMEs and roughly account for half of the GDP of sub-Saharan Africa. Africa has about 44 million SMEs, but less than 7% of these African micro enterprises use digital technologies. Basically, we have a lot of small businesses that are using tech to empower business, and the AI revolution is just passing them by. That's why we're creating SendMe Business. It's a business app that offers AI insights, inventory, product management, order management, on-demand delivery using a rider network, mobile money payment, customer analytics and AI crunching, and other services that help run your business from start to finish with no problem. So the SendMe Business app is part of an ecosystem of businesses and of solutions like the customer app, our rider app, and our business app. Customers see the customer interface where they can see products, make orders, and then businesses receive those orders, manage the orders, and then we sign up.
Jess, do you want to just restart? It's frozen for me, but I'm not sure if it's frozen for everyone.
Also have WhatsApp ordering and then admin dashboard where all of this is being monitored. So what makes our solution like unique and the most important factor is the ability to deliver products on 1,000 orders in a day. So that's where we're starting, because businesses can start scaling, but we can deliver, we have the infrastructure to deliver over 1,000 orders. You can have the tech, but the logistics is the important factor. That's why the more deliveries we do, the more businesses come on board, and the more proprietary data we have, and the sharper our AI becomes and can give better insight to businesses. So what's our numbers so far? We've had over 44,000 total orders completed. We worked with over 170 plus businesses, 18,000 unique users, and then we've worked with over 200 women-led businesses, and then we've employed 20 plus youths. Most of our employees are below the age of 30. Now, this is our revenue and has been growing steadily. However, last year we ran out of funds and then we had a slow decline. But with the funding we're trying to get, we'll be able to scale rapidly. So our issue is that we don't lack demand, we only lack capital to scale. So the market is quite attractive. The total African market is about $56 billion, whereas the Sierra Leone e-commerce market is $172 billion. And looking at the 165 formal businesses we're targeting, it's a $20 million market. Now, what is our business model? We plan on making money by charging businesses $10 per month for using the business app with all those facilities. That's what we're trying to launch. And we're currently charging delivery fees from $1 to $5. But then this will be changed. And then as we'll be switching to a rider pool. With the rider pool, we'll have a scalable solution wherein external and third-party riders will be using our service. We don't need to own the assets. And later, when the service and business will have scaled, we'll be charging customers 1 to 5% per product purchased. So what makes us different from our competitors? Our competitors mostly offer a logistics platform, few offer an e-commerce, but we offer an end-to-end support with AI integration. So we're the only one giving more insight and data into the businesses. So we're looking for $100,000 for 10%. Most of these have already been secured. Some of it have already been secured, 40,000. We're now looking to raise additional 60,000 to complete our solution. The tech has already been built, and now we're looking at expansion and marketing and customer acquisition. So we'll be launching the business app and the subscription model live, and we'll be scaling our solution and targeting $20,000 in monthly revenue. So our targeted ARR is $240,000. That's our target. Now, what's the team? The team behind this is I, Emmanuel Lahai, and Nabil and Abuaka. Vast experience in both e-commerce and in human resource management and technology. We're first awarded the grant $40,000 from UNDP in 2022, And then this year, we're part of the finalists for the Startup World Cup. We'll be competing for $1 million in Silicon Valley. Thank you very much for listening to our pitch. By investing in SendMe, you're investing in the future of e-commerce in Africa, starting from Sierra Leone. And every delivery makes our merchants smarter. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Yes, Stephen, jump in quickly with the question.
Yeah, thanks, Emmanuel, for the pitch. I was just listening to the AI offering, and I felt like it's something like almost standalone to the business, the deliveries business. How are you thinking about integrating that to the customers? Do they need to work together, or is this going to be a standalone that you can also sell to other clients who probably are not interested in your delivery services?
So to quickly answer, in customers here, I'm sure you're referring to businesses. So it won't be a standalone business. It will be like an addition. Like the AI business is only as good as the logistics. Like I stated, the most important factor is the ability to kind of deliver products. So we're luring people in with our logistics platform, and then we're offering like the AI solutions. So it's more like it's not a standalone, it's together. So it's more like the selling point and to lock businesses in. So when you subscribe to our services, you have access to our logistics infrastructure. So it's like a win-win, like both the AI infrastructure and the logistics.
Okay, I think I'll join you in your breakout room.
Okay, sure.
Thanks.
Thank
Emmanuel, you've been going for quite a while, building an AI intelligence platform. You got your first grant in 2022. I'm intrigued to see also why you are such a vehement believer and are pursuing this passion and growing this business as you have been.
Okay, thank you very much. So for me, it's been quite a journey. It's been quite also very difficult in Sierra Leone. So Sierra Leone doesn't really have a structure for businesses, as in you don't just have an idea and have access to investors and then venture capital. So for me, it's about building like a solution that is Sierra Leonean bred. So I've heard of Flutterwave, I've heard of Paystack. They're all these tech giants across all African countries. So I was like, why not build a tech company from Sierra Leone that is Sierra Leonean? So it's more apart from like trying to solve a solution for the continent, it's also like having something that I can be proud of as a Sierra Leonean. Yeah, the journey has been difficult, but this has been something that's motivated me. So yeah, so we keep pushing.
Thanks. The true resilience of entrepreneurs. They never give up. Fantastic. Thank you so much. And then last but not least, we have Victoria from Provision. And I'm going to share my screen as well. So, sorry, I just need to, okay, I'm going to just quickly talk about Provision. So Victoria is based out of Nairobi, Kenya. She has tested the product, has pre-orders, and is looking for capital to really take the business to the next stage. She is raising 100,000 in funding and has structured it as a safe instrument. But I'm going to hand over to Victoria by video so we can learn a little bit more about Provision and your innovation.
I'll start by telling you a story about my grandmother. Can you hear? Can you guys hear? Show me a thumbs up.
Yes, we can. Thanks, Jess.
But when glaucoma took her sight, everything changed. She now had to sit and wait to be served because navigation, something so many of us take for granted, had become dangerous. And that moment showed me a market where the world's biggest tech companies had walked past. 1.3 million Kenyans are blind, 26.3 million across Africa, 285 million globally, with 90% of them living in low-resource environments where a single assistive device can cost more than a year of household income. The result, 7 in 10 working-age, visually impaired individuals who are African are unemployed. And the tool handed to most of them is a white cane. essentially unchanged since the 1930s. We built Provision, an assistive technology company building navigation solutions for the visually impaired. Our current solution, smart glasses paired with a mobile app. Camera captures the environment, our AI interprets it, and the user hears it in real time through bone conduction, audio, obstacles, faces, text, currency, 85% accuracy, and a 4 seconds latency feedback. And it works offline. And that last point matters because reliable internet isn't universal where our users live. And there are two global players, Orcam at 4,500 and Vision at 2,500, and most recently Meta, all built without African input, dependent on stable internet, and neither with distribution on this continent. Provision retails at 18,000 shillings, roughly $140. This is a tenth of the closest alternative. And we produce each unit at 7,000 shillings, giving us a 61 gross margin at scale. And we've secured a Kenyan utility model with ARI profiling in progress across 22 African states. And this isn't just a pilot deck, it's a product deck. 500 testers to date, 150 pilot users, 150 pre-orders in the books with 100 bucks from Kenya Society for the Blind. 50 of them individual buyers, additional letters of intent and verbal commitment for another 200 from site savers and ophthalmology clinic networks. 6 institutional partners in Kenya, selected as one of 6 ventures globally, and the only early stage company at the IAPB Insight Live Innovation Showcase, selected as one of 15 from over 250 applications for the Nova Garage cohort, launched in the Africa Forward Summit in May, Nairobi, under the high patronage of the President, William Ruto. And revenue streams. Our device fills at $140, recurring subscription at 300 shillings per month after year 1, which builds predictable recurring revenue and institutional bulk purchases through NGO and hospital channels. Total addressable markets globally, $39.9 billion. Serviceable African market, 3.5 billion. Kenya alone, 182 million. Our path to break even is 8,000 units, achievable within 24 months of this round closing. I am a technical founder with a degree in computer science from Strathmore University. My team, Arnold Okech, Furaha Kinuthia, Clinton Joroge, bring 4 to 10 plus years experience across software engineering, operations, and business development. Our advisors, John Ogila Odinda, Regional CEO of the GZ Industries, Dr. Zahra Rashid, an ophthalmologist at Gertrude's Children's Hospital, and Christine Yabera, African Program Manager at IDP. We are raising a $600,000 pre-seed round, post-money safe with an $8 million valuation cap, 6% discount. 2 investors are already committed on those exact terms, John Sandel from Sandel Invest and Dustin Buck. We are closing the remaining allocation now. Use of funds, 50% towards product development and AI infrastructure to build a product that suits the African market. 26% marketing and channel expansion. 15% inventory for our next 5,000 units and 9% towards operational cost. This capital carries us through Kenya and positions us for East African expansion, and that's being the trigger for our seed round. Global solutions exist. None built for, priced for, or distributed through African eye health systems. That's the gap, and it's ours. Because independence should not depend on where you were born or how much you earn. Who's ready?
Thank you, Victoria. And I really hope you apply to the Royal Academy of Engineering Africa Prize, because I think you are a great candidate. But before we talk about that, Victoria, talk to me about scale and your go-to-market plan. I can see you've got industry partnerships, but how are you going to get those users, those paying customers, and that recurring revenue?
Okay. So our model is specifically targeting organizations that visually impaired persons have already built trust with. So these include organizations like Kenya Society for the Blind, especially Kenya Society for the Blind being the major one. And our goal being to, one of our strategic entry points would be the IAPB network that helps us to get into touch with eye health hospitals, because we believe through the ministry, through health institutions, we are able to catch low vision diagnosis immediately it is discovered. So our strategy is targeting organizations that have built trust with the visually impaired and organizations that serve those with low vision who are irreversibly blind to be able to distribute them. So our distribution network, again, is using organizations like the National Council for People with Disabilities. The current Disability Act of 2025 states that assistive technology packages should be offered by employers and people already working with the people with disabilities. This moves the burden from the person with disability themselves and putting it onto distributes it onto the government and the employers and people who are already serving them. So again, working with.
I'm cutting you off there. Sorry, it's a quick 30-second answer here, and I'm also very conscious of time. Any last burning question for Victoria before we move to our breakout rooms?
So I have a question, if I may. So,
yes.
Victoria, if I remember, I think you said 85% accuracy, which obviously is good. But when you think of this sort of device, what that 15%, does it represent risk for the users? How is that mitigated?
Okay, so as of now, we are still, when we say 85% accuracy, this means that in African environments, which are still very different from Western environments, and that is why we're raising this round to be able to build data sets for the African specific environments. Now, this 85% accuracy.
30 seconds, Victoria. Yes. Cool. Okay. This 85% accuracy, you can finish that sentence. Sorry.
So as of now, we are still we're not fully replacing the cane, and so for the 15% that is not captured by our glasses, the cane supplements it. So, for example, there was something on the ground that wasn't captured. This is supplemented by the cane. Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Sorry, I'm just very conscious of time. Apologies for cutting you short there. Okay, everyone. So what we're going to do is we're going to move you into breakout rooms, and you're going to have 30 minutes, and we do have some time to have a discussion with our three entrepreneurs. So remember, we've got Kevin from GrowFunder, we've got Emmanuel from SendMe, and we've got Victoria from Provision. You will be able to move into the breakout rooms. They have now been opened, or they should be opened shortly. And those breakout rooms have also been labeled, so you can also know exactly who you want to go to. If anyone has any trouble moving to breakout rooms, please do let us know, and we will happily assist you. And then once we close the breakout rooms, we'll have another discussion, and we will gather some feedback from you and see if we can facilitate the next steps. So happy discussions, and please do let us know if we can move you to any of the breakout rooms, and you'll see the breakout rooms block on the bottom of your menu in Zoom below. So you should all be able to move. Kelvin, Emmanuel, I'm going to ask you to move first, and then you'll be able to move into the. Emmanuel, do you have your breakout room?
I'm having some difficulty finding it.
Okay, it's at the bottom. I don't know if the Victoria team can assist, unfortunately.
Yes,
Okay.
I have moved Kevin. Sorry,
Okay.
Emmanuel.
Okay, and then Emmanuel, you should have had something pop up, and then if anyone else would like some support moving to a breakout room, please just let us know. We're happy to move you.
Renee, which breakout room would you like to go to?
Hi, let me see. I wanted to go to Victoria's one, if I'm able to.
Okay.
Thank you.
Which breakout room would you like to go to? Sheila GrowFunder. Musoni, would you like us to assign you a breakout room? Is there a preferred one? Muthoni? Yes. iPhone, we should be sharing more details to you. Bethwell?
Sheila, for GrowFunder, do we get access to the decks? Are you talking about your deck, Kevin?
I think she's asking about the deck for the founders.
They should be producing their own. Kelvin, are you having access issues in your breakout room? Oh no. Okay. I'm gonna you want to go to
Emmanuel.
okay.
Is there a preferred breakout room you'd like to go to?
Betchuel would like to go to Emmanuel. I'm just gonna go and check everything's okay with GoFunder. I'm gonna join that room.
Yeah.
Yes, I'd like to go to Emmanuel's breakout group, please. Jesse,
Bethel, Ade, you said Emmanuel.
yes, please.
Okay. Ade. Jerome, is there a preferred breakout room you'd like to go to? Ade has joined Iman. Who else? Muthoni? Would you like to be switched, Muthoni, to a different breakout room? Muthoni is still here. Muthoni, can you hear us?
Just to let you know, Sheila, who asked about the deck for GrowFunder, is missed the first bit of the session. So she's with Kelvin now to get access to all the information. So it's all sorted now.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go and
I see Muthoni is here, and I see she's meant to be. Muthoni, you're back.
slowly we'll also have a few of the participants in Victoria's room pop back and see us. Emmanuel, Kelvin, and then we just see where everyone is. How was that? Have some good conversations? Kelvin, I popped into your room briefly.
Yes.
And Emmanuel, yours as
Yeah.
well.
Very good conversations. Yeah.
Great. Just going to wait for Victoria and then we'll pop on to next steps. Jess, are all the rooms closed? Is everyone? Ah, here's everyone. Okay. Sorry, I was a bit confused. Okay. I was like, we definitely are missing some people. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for your questions and moving between the breakout rooms. I popped into a few of them and some good conversations. I would like to say a big thank you to Kelvin, to Emmanuel, and to Victoria for joining us this evening and for sharing their businesses with us all. Kelvin, and Emmanuel and Victoria, what we're going to do is we're going to then just gauge interest from investors and then do some connecting with you. But everyone will also get all of your contact details so they can reach out to you. And please do keep us up to date with your progress. And if you do raise any funding, and we really enjoyed meeting you all and hopefully see you in future programs. So thank you so much. And then Victoria's also just popped her website in the chat. Okay. So Victoria, Kelvin, Emmanuel, if you don't mind, just you can say goodbye, and then if you don't mind stepping out of the call.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me here. It was really an honor, and I look forward to continuing the conversations. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Victoria. Thank you so much. Oh, great, Emmanuel. Thank you for popping your LinkedIn. Appreciate that.
Okay, so thanks for having me. Looking forward to working with everyone here. Thanks.
Such a pleasure, Emmanuel. Hey. Kelvin.
Thank you guys for taking the time to listen to us founders, and yeah, looking forward to continuing conversations.
Thanks so much, Kelvin. Appreciate it.
Good evening, guys. Bye-bye.
Good evening.
All right.
Thanks. Okay, everyone, we're going to launch a quick poll, but if anyone wants to, how things are going to work is we would love you to let us know which of the businesses you would like to connect with and get further information. We obviously have a bit of an opt-in. We don't want to give out all your contact details and details to everyone else. So if you don't mind filling in the form. Sorry, Jess, I'm just double checking. Okay. And then please, yeah, if anyone wants to raise a hand or have any questions or say that they definitely are going to continue having a conversation with any of the businesses, please do raise your hands, because that often then allows you to immediately connect with others who are interested in this call and then pursue the conversation together. So I don't know if anyone would like to, there were quite a few people in Victoria's room. Any additional, Jess, can you pop the survey up again so people can just fill out that form? There you go. Okay, it seems to be popping off and on. I don't know if you can leave it up.
They see it?
There it is. Okay. So does anyone want to specifically kind of tell anyone if they are interested in chatting more to Victoria for provision?
I think you're running the wrong form. I can see the poll, but I can't see the form to input my details.
Oh, Jesse, we're sharing the results instead of sharing the actual poll, so we need to just relaunch the poll. So Chukwemeka, are you putting your hand up for provision?
Certainly interested, yeah, in getting a bit more. I know Emmanuel pretty well.
Oh,
So
for SendMe. Okay. But
yeah.
I think so you know Emmanuel. Okay, so anyone else, that's also really great information for anyone else. Anyone else want to connect with Chukwemeka around exploring SendMe and Emmanuel and chatting a little bit more to him?
Well, I put my hand up for Victoria. I'm just only saying that
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Emmanuel, I do know Emmanuel and I have access to him. So he's in Sierra Leone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's why I went to Victoria.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've got Chukwemeka, you've got provision from Victoria, and also if you want to know more about SendMe and Emmanuel, and obviously Sierra Leone with your, please do reach out to Chukwemeka. Anyone else want to keen to chat more about provision and connect with Victoria?
Alex, just wondering whether we could. I was only there for a few seconds, for a few minutes for Victoria. Just curious if someone could share how the rest of the breakout room. Maybe we can go around to just hear, just 1 minute each, how the breakout rooms went, and if there's something people found interesting or things particularly that were not answered or something like that. Would be good just to hear.
Does anyone want to pop their hand up about provision?
Alex, I can start with GoFundMe.
GrowFunder. I also want to say GoFundMe. It's GrowFunder. Yes.
Yeah, we had I spent quite a bit of time with Kelvin in the breakout room. I think the one question we spent asking is just to understand what's his moat and what's different about him, right? About the company. Because there's so many lenders looking at the agri space. There's also just fintechs that are also lending in that space.
Yeah.
And I don't know, we were with Modoni. I don't know, Modoni will probably add something, but I was not so sure that came out very clearly. What though I liked is, with the pilot they've done, they've gotten 98% repayment and 100% of the initial funders, those initial farmers who came for funding, want to take more of fund from them. So yeah, that was my sense. Yeah.
Okay, it's a good product market fit. Matoni, I don't know if you want to jump in there at all.
Yeah, his markers of success were being met, albeit with a small group of people. He's just started out, I think he said within the year. What I liked though is that in his partnership with the cooperatives, he is trying to get data points other than just believing what the cooperatives are saying. And also that partnership with the cooperatives is helping him really reduce on his operational spend. He's mainly looking for finance, both, I mean, he did say equity to go into the operational stuff, but if you're interested as well in lending so that he can lend more, he can grow his book, that's also an option.
Yeah, so there's a good combo there as well. Michelle, I saw you popped your camera on. I don't know if you wanted to talk about Victoria because you were in the room with Victoria and Provision.
Yeah, I popped in right at the end, so there were quite a few people there. I hope other people can reflect a bit more. She really seemed like a pretty grounded founder who has thought through. I tried to ask her a few tough questions, and she responded well. Yeah, I do think it's interesting what she's proposing. I just think there were a lot of people in the room. I'm trying to break the ice. I was literally there for the last 5 minutes to see whether anybody else would like to reflect. What did other people think?
Yeah, I was very interested and intrigued, and I thought it was well thought through, and I think we all, I think, threw some tough questions around, again, what's the moat, and things like that. I think pretty well thought through. It will be interesting to see, what the Kenyan market looks like and which other countries are. They talked about going to Ethiopia, South Africa, and I can't remember which other one as well. And that may be the challenge, just because the people with disabilities are so underfunded in the smaller countries. But quite a lot. She thought through quite a lot of the aspects and the fact that I'm not sure whether the intellectual property, how secure that is in many of the countries. I think, as I said, I think Kenya is a bit of an outlier when it comes to intellectual property on the continent. But it was, and there's an eye on the bottom line. So I was very interested, and it would be you could imagine from that vantage point moving and really bringing tech solutions, but grounded, because it was very important to her to be working with people with partial or total sight loss, and so I think that makes it a more robust product, not just a gimmick, a tech. So I was quite impressed.
I think their price point is pretty good, and I would imagine that also as they kind of get economies of scale, their production costs and unit costs could also there could be quite a bit of saving there. Yeah, but I mean, it is also quite a tough market. We've worked with a number of innovators who've got some disability tech through the Royal Academy of Engineering Africa Prize. And I think she could be a good candidate there as well. And then last but not least, I don't know if anyone wants to reflect on Emmanuel with SendMe. I know that there were quite a few people in that breakout room. Christopher, I know you were there. I'm going to pick on you, if you don't mind.
Thank you very much. Yes, I also know Emmanuel quite well, so perhaps I might allow other people to go ahead of me, so I don't bias the conversation. Yeah.
Okay, but that is also a good signal for other angels that you both know him as well. I don't know if either of you nominated him to participate, actually.
Yes, I nominated him. Yeah.
And are you an existing investor, Christopher?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not. I think in theory they have it's a good business model. I was more my questions were more focused on what's their path to profitability, because they said that they're not.
Mute, please.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yes.
Okay.
My questions were more focused on their path to break even and profitability, because they are not yet profitable, or they're running at a loss still. And they've been operating for I think a year or two. They're still running. So that's where I directed my questions.
Okay. I'm just aware of time and that we do need to close, as we did also, it is late for some of you. I just wanted to quickly share one last slide before we wrap up, which is that we have 3 more events coming up in the next little while. We'll also pop these in the newsletter and on the WhatsApp group. We've still got that poll up, and if you complete it, Jess will then connect you with the right startup and send you all the relevant information, but we'll also just send you people's contact details as well. I think part of these showcases are also just, maybe there's a grant open or additional funders or other opportunities for these founders, which I think they'd really appreciate. The first is that the first of the events that I want to talk about is actually the one at the bottom. I'm going in chronological order. We have a Raise Ready, very similar to this deal share event. It's with some of the alumni of the Royal Academy of Engineering Africa Prize, and that is on, it's in 3 weeks' time, so Thursday, the 30th of July in the evening. Then we also have a fantastic Angel Connect event where we bring our whole angel investment community together. That's an online event on Wednesday, the 5th of August. And that will be talking about mobilizing local capital and also just touching base in terms of kind of what the funding landscape looks like at the moment and kind of where people are investing and what kind of deals are they looking at. And then we have another deal, African Angel Academy Deal Day, scheduled for Wednesday, the 19th of August. And that will be very similar to this one. And Jess, I just want to ask if anyone else wants to nominate startups for the next deal day, are they able to do so?
Once we are done with this, I'll share a link where they can nominate. I'll send this recording to everyone and also the poll question as well, just
Okay,
in case.
but if anyone has any other startups that they want to nominate for future showcases, can they send their details to you?
Yes, they can. Let me drop
Okay.
my email here.
Awesome. And also the more nominations we have, the more frequently we can also run these demo days and also these deal days and connect you with interesting startups. So thank you everyone for your time and for your attention this evening. I want to say a huge congratulations to so many of you who have also graduated from cohort 13. We look forward to welcoming you onto the Angel Academy group. Yes, we have one last question. Anything before we go?
Hi, hello, good
Hi.
evening, everyone. This is my first time joining, and I was able to go through the African Angel Academy course, and I was just wondering what would be the next step? Is there any association I need to join or any WhatsApp group just to keep up with this kind of deals and information? And secondly, I reached out to the I think to the communications team via the email about one of the modules, module 8 of the course that was not really loading. So I tried every means to check if it would work on my end. So that's just the only module remaining for me to complete the course. I just feel like this is the best place I could just say it now. Thank you.
Of course. So yes, Olu, thank you so much. You definitely, I would say, sign up for the newsletter, join the WhatsApp group, but that should be also can be shared with you on email so that you can come to the alumni events. There's also a LinkedIn group as well. And then I'm sure Jess and Fiona will also touch base with you about module 8 and the video issues there if you're having issues accessing that content. And as you know, if anyone is wanting to look at content again or ask about resources or things like that, please do also reach out to us. Pop it on the WhatsApp group as well. It's really encouraged. But Olu, we will address those 2 issues for you as well. Thank you everyone for your time this evening. Have a wonderful rest of your week. I can't believe it's already Thursday. And thank you so much for your time and joining us. And last request is let us know if you invest. We will keep it anonymous, but our stats are always important to us. So thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Thanks, everyone. And then, yes, Jess will also send you the survey form. Thanks, Avril. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Investor team. Thank you for everything.
Yeah.
Thanks, Alex.
Keep well.
Thanks, Alex. Bye, everyone.
Bye.